May profits be upon you. I hope the profits were with you today. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let's start with uh, gold. Let's start with gold. All right. Now, in the video, which I have a little snapshot of right here, you can see the pattern I was thinking. I uh, I wanted to see the mitigation. We already saw the beginning of a pullback, and I was thinking that the pullback would come down between 132 and 137. Didn't quite make it. It came down to 145, 1945, excuse me, 1945. And I was thinking it was coming down to between 1932 and 1937. They didn't pull back as much because there's a lot of bullish momentum. But what I did point out in that video, and this is time stamped here. All right, what I did point out in that video is like 5 seconds later in the video, right beyond this 503 uh, 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 you know timestamp. I pointed out that the target was the liquidity above these highs. All right. And we came up and snatched that liquidity here. And I told you that the next liquidity target would be this one. And we are edging near it. And I don't see any reason now why we wouldn't reach that. Okay. As far as an opportunity to get in, I was looking for a better price on the pullback into this fair value gap here, and I didn't get my entry. Being honest with you, I didn't get my entry here. It just took off. It just took off. It came within a few pips, and then didn't hit my mark. I was hoping it would come down just a few more pips or points on this on gold or whatever. But pips is what I needed. I needed some just a few more, but it is on the way to our targets, as I had mentioned in the video, and I wanted to mention that. All right, let's look at the S&P 500. You can see uh, on this daily chart. Let's go to the 4 hour because it's a little more clearer on the 4 hour chart. All right. All right. What I told you was this. You can see the timestamp here, 9:54. All right, 9 minutes 54 seconds. I was looking for price to uh, you saw the down candle here. I was looking for it to pull back to the bottom of this small candle here. And upon close examination, that's exactly what price did. You can see it clearly on the daily, right? All right, we don't need this anymore. Uh, you can see it clearly on the daily price. The very next candle, the very next daily candle came right up to that bottom. Exactamundo. So, uh, and it dropped pretty nicely. And this was a very good trade, a very good profit. And I told you in that video that I was looking for it to head towards this week low. That's exactly where it's heading. Hasn't reached it yet, but I do believe in the grand scheme of things that price will continue bearish past this week low because it didn't create a new high, so it is weak, and that means it'll be liquidated. And and I believe that we will be heading towards this demand zone here, down at where we at 4100. Okay, so keep an eye on this. All right, and let's see. Let's go to pound USD. Pound USD. In the video, I mentioned here that uh, because price was moving sideways here, I was looking for price to head towards these underlined these lows for liquidity on the way to mitigating this demand zone here. All right, and how's it playing out so far? We can see that price did indeed go down and mitigate that demand zone, taking out those lows. Let's go to the 4 hour and we can see this clearly. You saw how price was dithering here, moving sideways and everything. And this is where the video was started. I gave the video. I said it would go on down. It did go down. It did take out. It did take out these lows. Took them all out. Bam, swept them. All right, we got all of that liquidity. Great. All right, and it mitigated the demand zone and shot up from there. That was in the video. All right, that was in the video. So, uh, Now, what I was thinking, what I mentioned in the video was that I was hoping that it would find its way past these highs into this fair value gap, sweeping the liquidity up here before it continued further down. All right. Because I believe this low is weak. Uh, I believe the low is weak, but even though it did have a break of this swing high here, all right, it's in a downtrend, which is why I think it's weak. All right, and if it doesn't form it, if it doesn't make a new high, it'll it'll be confirmed of its it'll the weakness will be confirmed is what I'm trying to say. I'm a little tired at the end of the day. I'm sorry. All right, so I want you to watch out for this one, okay? Because I think that there's some great profit to be made here. What has to happen is this low has to hold. This low has to hold. I think it's not. All the lows in a downtrend are weak. All right, until proven otherwise. This is an internal break of structure, an internal bullish break of structure. So if this low holds, then we'll get the upward trajectory, like I was thinking that would happen uh, in the video. Okay, so keep an eye out for that, folks. Last one. Aussie USD. Aussie USD. What did I say in that video? What did I say in that video? Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this thing. All right. So in the video, I was looking for these relative equal lows to be liquidated. We're up here, and the video was shot. It was obviously it was taken here, and I was looking for price to pull back and then drop. And I gave some areas. I said maybe it goes midway to this this bearish candle here into its wick, right? Or it may take the top of that wick, all right? Maybe test the fair value gap and come on down. But either way, I was looking for some kind of pullback. All right, that's what I put out in the video. All right, and what has happened? What has happened? We're on the 4 hour, and you can see demand zone respected. I mean, supply zone. Sorry, supply zone mitigated, respected. The supply zone created. We come back to it. It's respected, and now we are running into the supply zone that it built. Now, this supply zone, uh, I don't really trust because it has not broken the low. It hasn't accomplished anything. All right, this one at least swept liquidity, but it didn't break that low. All right, so this is all really noise in the big scheme of structure. So I am actually looking for a sweep of these lows. Like I mentioned in the video, I'm looking for price to sweep these lows, come on down here, sweep these lows, and then uh, turn and do its thing. Because once it takes, these are important lows here, right? Once it breaks that, it's going to be a lot of liquidity, and it may come back up and maybe test this uh, trend line. I'm not a trend trader. I'm not a trend line guy, but these things you notice. This, you can't help but notice this. So, and because I think this this supply zone may turn out to be weak. All right, after this sweep, we'll see how much it goes past. If we get a candle body breaking close below this line, all right, a candle body breaking close on a daily basis, a daily candle breaking and closing below that line, then I believe the bearish trend will continue. But if we just get a wick and the raid on liquidity here, and then it pops back up, then I think we're turning around. Okay, but we may dither here for a minute until we get a break higher or lower in this range. So we'll see. We'll see. But what I'm telling you now, what to watch out for is, like I said in the video, price coming down to liquidate this. This is going to be a very good trade. If you got in here where it mitigated this this supply zone. If you got in here, you have done well. You'll get another chance if you haven't gotten in yet, folks. All right, price will. There's a good chance price may want to swing higher again before it takes another downturn. All right, uh, just be wary of it. Be aware of it. Okay, if it only comes partially down and we see a displacement, a displacing kind of candle, especially on a 4 hour or a a couple of 4 hours, 4 hour candles, and then a pullback. This is your opportunity to get in, whether it comes up here or not. If it comes up here and it shows that it's a weak, a failed attempt to make a new high, then that is your opportunity to get in, folks. I'm telling you. All right. That your second chance opportunity. But for those that got in here, I think this is going to turn out to be okay. All right. Like I said in the video. Anyway, that's my update. May profits be upon you. I hope that you found benefit in this analysis from yesterday's video. Please refer to yesterday's video. I'll put it in the put it up on your screen now so you can click on it so you can go through all of what I said. And uh, let me know what you think in the comments. And you know, and have a great day trading tomorrow. Watch out for those setups, okay?